Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a book haul for you today. I picked up some really awesome books and I just literally cannot wait to show them to you. So, my first book is from Five Below. Five and Below is kind of like a, it's not really $5 or less anymore. You know, inflation has hit even Five and Below. But either way, they're kind of like a discount store. They can have some nice things occasionally, and then some things that are maybe not worth it. This was absolutely 100% worth it. So it's called CottageCore, and says poster art, and it's printed by Hinkler Explorer and Kaleidoscope Coloring. And it's such a nice book. I was very surprised. I have not colored in it yet, but I really do love this book. And look how big the pages are. So for somebody like myself who has vision issues, which is why if you'll notice that I have not done a lot of color longs and things like that lately, is because I've been having a lot of trouble with my eyes and getting the right kind of glasses and various other things like that. So I hope you'll be patient with me. Hopefully once I get that situation sorted out, I'll be back to doing some more of the other things like that. So anyway, oh, and these are also detachable too, which is really great. And the paper is nice and thick. Now, I don't know if Five Below still has this book, because their stuff tends to rotate in and out. They'll have a certain thing for a while, and then they won't have it, and then sometimes it comes back in, and sometimes it doesn't. So, if you live near a Five and Below, I would highly recommend going and checking that out. They usually have a really big book display area, so hopefully you'll still find it. But isn't it a pretty nice book? I think so. Now, this page is pretty busy, but it's still pretty nicely arranged and all that, so... This would definitely take a minute. Yikes. I had forgotten about this picture. This is a very busy picture. This one would take me a good long minute. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I had forgotten about this one too. Isn't that a nice picture? Five and Below. So it's probably like $5 and some tax. And you get a good decent amount of pages. They're nice and large. The paper's pretty thick. You could probably do a modest amount of wet media, although I would not recommend straight watercolor. Like water-soluble crayons, watercolor pencils would probably do very well. You also, because it's one-sided, you can do alcohol markers, but I would recommend putting a blank piece of paper or two between the pages, just so that in case it bleeds through, you don't want it messing up the next picture. Or you can just take it out entirely if you wanted to. Now, as to the specific author, it does not say. It just says the publishing house. Here, I'll show you. I'll go back and I'll show you. It just says Kaleidoscope Coloring. So, I'm assuming it's just a group of different artists that have come together to sort of, under that one banner. That's what I'm guessing. But the pictures are really nicely done. Overall, it's a pretty good book for being $5 and some change. I think it's a bit of a fall book, but it seems to have a nice mix of everything, though. Oh, the kitty. This is a lovely picture. You see how thick that paper is? That's crazy good for $5 to have paper that thick. I gotta make sure I don't have 2 pages. That's how thick it is. This is a good one. Oh, I really like this one also. And that's it. Ta-da! So it says, step into a whimsical world with CottageCore poster art featuring 20 tear-up pages filled with charming countryside scenes and comfortable cottage vibes. Posters sized to fit a standard picture frame with an A4 or US letter display. And it just says Hinkler on it. So, and there is a website. Here, I'll show you. Ta-da! Right there. Hinkler.com, Hinkler _ global, and Hinkler AU. I'm guessing Australia. So, yeah. Pretty nice, right? Alright, so, moving on. This is probably my second or maybe my most favorite recent purchase. I picked this book up at Books A Million, which is kind of like Barnes and Nobles, but different. And I could not believe I saw this in a bookstore, a regular bookstore in their coloring book section. I have seen this advertised on her website and on Etsy. Christine Karron, excuse me, I cannot speak today. Wondrous Folk coloring book. Isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? I absolutely love this. I love her work. I don't know what the secret to doing skin like that is, but I've watched her do several works in progress type videos, and she makes it look really easy. Let me tell you, she makes it look easy, folks. But isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh, let's look at the back real quick first. And here's some samples of some of her work. I think I may have done this one. But it says, frolic through fields of your imagination. Welcome to Wondrous Folk, where mythical characters and fantasy creatures await your artistic touch. And it just goes on to talk about the book, and it says that it's printed on high quality ivory paper, single-sided. Does not say whether it's perforated or not, so we'll find out. Because this is my first time flipping through this book, like ever. So, brand new for me. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a dust jacket. Wow. Look at that, you guys. Oh, look at that. Wow. Nourish your creative heart, making magic with the Wondrous Folk. Oh my gosh. So, Wondrous Folk coloring book, Christine Karron. She is a fantastic author. I mean, she's one of the best out there, in my opinion. She's one of the few artists that's been able to withstand the onslaught of AI art, which is putting a lot of artists out of work. It's really a shame, too, but that's a whole nother thing for another day, I guess. Let's see. This came out in 2026, but was copyrighted in 2025. Oh, that's interesting. So it was copyrighted in 2025, but printed in 2026. Huh. Well, okay then. And this is just a welcome page, which you could color if you really wanted to, but I'm not sure it's made for that, but you could, I suppose. And basically what this is kind of like a best of book. So you're going to see like the title down at the bottom right here. This one, I don't remember which book this is from, but I also know that she does a lot of single images from with Etsy. So the best place to find her work really is Etsy. I'm not trying to promote Etsy because I got my own issues with Etsy, but she has a very active Etsy page. So I would highly recommend going there to check out her work for sale. So this one says Among Dragons. It's a great one. And as you can see, okay, so it does not look like the pages are perforated. But they are single-sided, so you can pop a sheet or two of blank paper in between and use your alcohol markers if you wanted to. I'm not real big on alcohol markers personally. I'm terrible with them. I do a little better with water brush markers, but alcohol markers are definitely not my forte. And this one says Angel. I may have actually colored this one. Aqua. You see what I mean though, how talented she is? I mean, this lady can really she has a gift that just is astonishing. Astral Fae. Oh, I can just see myself doing these wings like all nice and translucent like. With whatever background I put. Oh my gosh. This is great so far. Some of these, like this one, I don't recognize this image. It's my first time seeing it. Oops, there we go, sorry. It says Bells? B-E-L-L-Z. I'm gonna say Bells. Oh. She's so insanely talented. Beloved. And this says, oh, Christmas Joy. Yeah, it's definitely a collection of different images. I will most likely try to color this at Christmas. I don't know, I mean, Christmas in July, maybe. And this paper is absolutely gorgeous. I can feel the tooth on the paper. And I love this beautiful ivory color. It's absolutely stunning. I recognize this image. It's one of my favorites of hers. Dahlia. Gosh, she's so good. This book is absolutely amazing so far. Dreamweaver. Esmeralda. I wish I could draw like that. I wish. My drawing skills are not that great. I recognize this one. The paper is pretty thick too, by the way. I mean, it's not as thick as the CottageCore but it's pretty thick. Say Fairy Bride. Oh. She's kind of fierce looking, don't you think? I've done this one. I think I've done this one. I'm not sure. Maybe. It looks very familiar. Fairy Portal. She's a beautifully drawn in Fae. Flourish Fae. Whoops. Ta-da. Flower earring. Oh, I don't know this. I've never seen this one. Free falling. Uh-oh. That's an interesting image. I like all the action in it. That's astonishingly good. Wow. Frost. Genie. Oh, this one's great. Genie. Grace Fairy. I notice that sometimes she says Fae and sometimes it says Fairy. I find that interesting. They both mean the same thing, though, I think. I've done this one. I think I have. Oh, this is gorgeous. Jewel Thief. Uh-oh. Joys of Summer. Yeah, I would not be wearing that anymore. I am way too old to be dressing like that. It would be highly inappropriate. But she's young. She can get away with it. May. Marigold. You know, I like the braids on that. Might take a minute to do that, but if you take the time to do that right, it could be absolutely stunning. Mermaid's Heart. Aww. Message in the Bottle. But y'all see what I mean by how talented Christine is. She's incredibly talented. Oh, I forgot to tell you. It says Midnight Enchantress. I would venture to say that a lot of these images are also available on in her Etsy store. I can't say for sure, but I would venture to say that at least some of them are. Mona. Now, I'm not sure how to say this one. Nala? I'm going to guess. Well, this would be a good chance to practice dark skin. Nixie. So as you can tell, mermaids and fairy folk are her primary subjects, if you haven't picked that up by now. Oh, look, yeah, I remember this one. Nova. She's gonna have a wee little fae baby. Oh. Odette. I remember this one a little bit. And I definitely remember this one, Onyx. I'm actually a little nervous. I have never done hair. I have never done hair like this, ever. Orchid Dream. I recognize this one. Let's see. Over the Rooftops. This is kind of an interesting picture. I remember this one a little bit. Owl Shifter. This is beautiful. I absolutely love this headdress. Let's see, what do we have? Queen's Chalice. I recognize this one. And I definitely recognize this one. Raven Guide. I don't recognize the title, I just recognize the image. Oh. This is what they put in the books now, so that if somebody tries to steal the book, they randomly will throw one of these inside the book like that. And if somebody doesn't take the time to go through it and find this little tag, it'll set the alarm off. If the cashier hasn't sort of cleared you, then it's not going to go off. But if you just try to take it without it being cleared by the cashier, it'll set off the alarm. I think it's pretty smart. It's a shame they have to do that. Samba Dancer. Oh, this is beautiful. Sea Pearls. Oh, we got some non-fairy, non-mermaid. She has a few of those. She does do a few regular images, but she's more known for her mermaids and her fairy folk. But she does occasionally do regular people as well. Steampunk Huntress. I love this one. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've never seen this one before. Very nice. Oh, you know, it's a shame too. Going back to this one, we used to have like May used to be mermaid, and we would have like a marathon stream of people doing different mermaid pictures and whatnot. And then we used to have a steampunk fest, like a steampunk theme. Version of that. I forget when exactly, but nobody's doing those things anymore, and it's such a shame. They were so much fun, especially during COVID. It was just so much fun. It's such a crying shame, honestly. Let's see, Stella. The Strawberry Dream. Oh. Now I've definitely done this one. I will insert a likeness of this right about here. I've definitely done that one. And I may or may not, in fact, I'm pretty sure I did this one too. Although I would have to hunt the image down because this is one of her older images, but I'm pretty sure I've did this one too. I'll have to look around. If I can find it, I'll post it in the video. Tarot Reader. I probably will not do this one, but it is very well drawn. Tranquil Grace. Oh. Transcends? I think I said that right. It's beautiful anyway. And Viola? Yeah, I think it's Viola. Lord have mercy, I cannot speak today, people. Viola. Wind of Change. This would be a great picture to color like around fall. And this one around Halloween for obvious reasons. And there it is. Now, let's see what this says. It's put up by Blue Angel. I guess it's the publishing company. And here it says, Christine Karron is a Canadian artist and illustrator working primarily with watercolor and colored pencils. Her work is influenced by precious memories from her childhood when picking flowers and berries in forests so deep like in fairy tales. She was born and raised in Europe. Oh, I did not know that. She discovered her love for drawing at a very young age. She has been a full-time artist for over 2 decades. And she's married and got kids and lives in central Alberta, Canada. Ta-da! Isn't that amazing, you guys? I paid, I think it was roughly for this book, I believe. It was a little pricey, but it was absolutely worth it. It is a fantastic book. It's under $20. And considering how large the images are, I mean, look how big the images are. Considering how large the images are, the beautiful, amazing paper, I think $20 or less is absolutely worth it for that book. So, moving on, we have a Cozy Colo. And this one, they had a bunch of these type little books, and I could not resist. It was just too cute, and you'll see why in a minute. Ta-da. Ta-da. There we go. Illustrations by M.I.L.K. Milk. But I just thought this book was absolutely adorable, and I will most definitely be taking this one to the pool with me this summer. Now, pro tip, if you want to take some coloring pencils and something to color with while you're at your local pool, do yourself a favor and take one of 2 types of pencils. Take either Faber-Castell Polychromos or oil-based pencils, or a type of colored pencil that is a mix of oil and wax light, but on the firmer side, closer to Polychromos, but not quite. Like Artex is great. Castle Arts is another great one. They don't melt super easy. So that's just a little sidebar there. Trust me, I found the hard way. Do not take your Prismacolors to the pool with you. Or your Holbeins, or your Luminance, of which I have all of those. Please don't ever take those to the pool. Bad idea. So, this one says, step into a fairy tale world with adorable characters. You'll find favorite childhood stories in these pages, from Little Red Riding Hood to Pinocchio, and it just goes on to talk about it. So, let's see. Snow White. Isn't that absolutely adorable? And it just says Cozy Colo, so I'm assuming, and then as I said, that's the illustrator, so that's so cute. Cinderella. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. You see why I absolutely fell head over heels in love with this book, and it was under $10. Beauty and the Beast. He's not much of a beast. He's not very scary looking. Little Red Riding Hood. Oh. So freaking cute, man. Nah, the 3 little pigs. And we got Hansel and Gretel. Let's make sure I didn't skip a page. Paper's fairly thick too, which it's very smooth. I can feel some tooth, but it is on the smoother side. However, as I said, the paper is pretty thick for being one of the budget-friendly coloring books. The paper's pretty thick. I would still recommend a blank piece of paper between the pages, though. Jack and the Beanstalk. Puss in Boots. The Little Mermaid. Oh, she's cute. Sleeping Beauty. Pinocchio. It's one of my favorite oldie but goodie cartoons. Oh my gosh. Aladdin. The Steadfast Tin Soldier. I have not heard about that one for oh my gosh, it's been 30 years. And yes, I'm that old. It's been over 30 years since I've probably heard of that particular fairy tale. My goodness, that is reaching back into the lore pretty deep. That's an old one. I also, as a sidebar, think that this paper would do really well with markers, with alcohol markers, providing you put that paper in between, the two pages. It feels like marker paper almost, but not quite. To me, it's very close to almost resembling marker paper. Let's see, we have The Ugly Duckling. And it's got a good amount of pages, too. Books A Million, guys. I'm sure you could also find all the books that I've done so far. I'm sure are also available on Amazon as well. But do me a favor. I should have and I didn't. With this one, go to her site and order it from her Etsy site. I should have. I was just so shocked to see it in the store. That's why I picked it up there. So it is available at Books A Million, but go to her site and pick it up from there if you can. Rumpelstiltskin. That's one of my favorites. Let's see, we got Thumbelina, Thumbelina, Thumbelina. Oh, sorry. It's from a very old movie. It's a song, a wee bit of a song from an old movie. If you know, you know. Rapunzel. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Let's see, Peter and the Wolf. Wow, that's a really old one too. The Little Match Girl. Wow, I have not heard that one in a minute either. Wow. I think there's a version of The Little Match Girl in Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosannes. I think this story is in there somewhere. Let me know in the comments, guys. I think this story is in, but it's a lot less cute. A little bit more serious. The Bremen Town Musicians. I don't know this one, guys. I'll be honest with you. I straight up don't know this one. The Pied Piper Hamlin. Huh. The Princess and the Pea. I sometimes feel like the Princess and the Pea, as hard as it is to get comfortable some days, and I gotta have my mattress just right, my pillow just right, or I cannot sleep. I might have a bit of princess in me. The Snow Queen's a good one. The Shepherdess and the Chimney Sweep. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know this one, guys. I'll be honest. I straight up don't know this one. The Red Shoes is one I'm familiar with. In fact, Hans Christian Andersen is the guy that did the Thumbelina song that I was humming a minute ago. Sorry for the torture. He did a movie, was in a movie, I forget who the female lead was, but it was about the Red Shoes. So if you like stuff like that, these movies go back into the 40s and early 50s, 40s, 50s, something like that. He did a version of The Red Shoes, which is phenomenal. I highly recommend checking it out. It's a little cheesy. I mean, you know, it was like the 40s or 50s. It's gonna be cheesy, but it's a great movie. Baba Yaga? Oh, please, I know that sounds Russian. Please excuse my butchering of that last name. It definitely sounds Russian. Sorry. Anyway, 1001 Nights. I'm familiar with that one. I bet you Sinbad has been remade so many times it would fill an entire library. There's the little sticker. If you've paid for it, then it's this won't set off the alarm if you've paid for it. But if you haven't paid for it, there's another one of those. See, I got 2 of them now. They have to do it because people are stealing stuff these days. I mean, Robin Hood, Alice in Wonderland. There is a page in Dark Fairy Tales, 2 actually, with Alice in Wonderland that I really very much want to do. I just have not gotten the time to get to it. They're very highly detailed pages, and I'm like, oh my god. Whew. This one looks a whole lot easier, if I'm being honest. Gulliver's Travels. There is a version of this that came out in 30s or 40s. It's something you really have to see. It's pretty good for back in the day, and I mean way back in the day. Princess I cannot pronounce this, y'all. Not for none of the T in China. Kaguya. I'm guessing it's a Japanese folklore or fairy tale. I apologize for not being able to pronounce that. Sorry, I'm not very great with foreign names sometimes. I'm so sorry. Tanabata? Definitely sounds Asian. The Gingerbread Man. This book is so adorable. Oh my word. Peter Pan. The Princess and the Frog. I wondered if today's young people have even heard of half of these. I mean, admittedly, there's a couple I don't recognize, but I've heard of 9/10 of these. I just wonder how many young folks would even recognize half of these, which is really a sad thing, if I'm being honest. Romeo and Juliet. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, last but not least. Ta-da! And it was originally published in France, and it came out last year, so it's not that old. Illustrations. It is Milk. I was right. I could see this way better than I could the inside cover page. Illustrated by Milk. Okay. That's an odd last name to have, but okay. Anyway, moving on. So, this is a book that I picked up at my local AFES. And if you don't know what AFES is, it's kind of like a department store version. I live on a military installation, and AFES, I forget what it stands for. I think it's like American Armed Forces Store. I think that's what it stands for. If not, I'm close to it. But this is where I picked this up. And I believe it was, I don't know, around $10, between $10 and $12. And it's by Allison Love All. Scriptures and Florals. Ta-da. I like how neatly that just creases for me. It makes it so much easier. We got our title page. I will. And then that's the last one. There was a lot of pages in that book. I did not expect that to have that many pages. Not bad for between like $10 and $12. Not bad. Okay, last but not least, guys. This is the one that probably, next to my Christine Karron book, this is the one that probably cost me the most. I haven't even opened up. It's Notes from Nature, and it's 30 affirmation cards and it's from Johanna Bashford. It's also relatively new. Oh, this includes 30 cards and display stand. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. This will do. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, here we go. I'm trying to open this very carefully. Oh, FYI, be very careful with these things. I've stabbed myself with one of these and it does not feel good. I mean, it wasn't a serious, but it was enough that it drew blood. So just be careful with those things, people. Ta-da! There we go. So let's see. These are the cards. And I'm assuming this is the stand. This guy. So pretty. Look at that. 2026. This is new. It's definitely new. Alright, let's... Ta-da. I think... Oh, like this. Oh, I got it. I'm so stupid, man. Hold on, people. There we go. Got it. I'm so dumb. There we go. See? That's how it works, guys. I'm so dumb. Alright. And that's what the inside looks like. Ta-da. It says, color in the beauty of the natural world and be inspired by its uplifting message. Display your finished artwork in the stand to keep in mind throughout your day or pass it to someone else who needs a boost. I have a couple of people that I am going to do a couple of these for. I have a friend who's dying of cancer, and I'm going to do one of these cards for her. Anyway, let's see what these look like. I find... Here. Let's scoot in a little more. There we go. Now you guys can see. I find joy in small things. I do. And that's what the back side looks like. Ta-da. I surround myself with strength and beauty. Aww. And the paper is postcard thick. Like, can you hear that? That's how thick that paper is. Theoretically, you could make a postcard out of this if you really wanted to. You put the stamp up here and the address here and here. You really could make this into a postcard. Just that you could actually send to somebody if you wanted to. I don't see why not. I embrace every season. Yeah. I have the power. No. Just kidding. There's a new He-Man movie coming out. I have the power to transform. Yes. Because of God, I do. I play a vital role in this world. Sometimes I wonder. I don't know, but... That's to be determined. A flower does not concern itself with other flowers. It simply blooms. Oh. I grow in adversity. Yes, that's biblical, by the way. I will weather this storm as I have those before it. Oh. In the rain, I look for the rainbow. In other words, look on the bright side. I nurture my dreams. You should always nurture your dreams. I agree. What I nurture will grow. Is it me, or does this look very much like a image that she has in one of her coloring books? That looks familiar. I have a zest for life. Just like lemons and limes. That's cute. I deserve the opportunity to grow. My own pace. Yes, I do. No true words may have ever been spoken. I grow more vibrant every day. Oh, I like this one. My potential unfolds like petals in the sun. Oh. I shine with the quiet strength of the moon. I am grateful for every new day. Yes, indeed. Even the mightiest oak came from a tiny acorn. In other words, it's okay to have a dream. Just start small, like an acorn, and watch and nurture it into a oak tree. I trust the path ahead of me. I find my flow in the things I love. Oh, me too. Every snowflake teaches me the beauty of individuality. Wow, I really like that one. I like this one. This might be my favorite one, actually. I am needed and I am cherished. Yes, I am. Very much so. I stand tall and proud. Be like the sunflower. The stillness of nature brings me peace and focus. I shine like golden leaves in sunlight. I soar above when others seek to bring me down. Oh. I am prepared for whatever life brings. And we got two more. Ta-da. I live in the present. And last but not least, I am as resilient as wildflowers in the wind. Oh, that is so cool, you guys. This is absolutely 100% worth the money. Absolutely love this. So that is it, guys. That is all she wrote. Alright, guys, that is it. That is all she wrote. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you will go out and get each and every one of these books. They are absolutely well worth it. I wish you all a blessed one. And stay safe and look out for your mental health, okay? Because I care about you. Care for yourself, okay? Bye.